Here we go. Hey everyone, thank you for joining me for Trainer Talk. Bianca. So Bianca is patiently waiting for her vet appointment today. But we did take some dogs out. I have been taking quite a few dogs out. So today was Wallace. He went to the post office and he was a very good boy. He didn't mind the traffic going by. Once we got out of the car, we walked around a bit. He went into the post office. He just kept his nose to himself, which was great. And yeah, so that was really uneventful. I have been walking him down 97 in traffic to see if I can get him used to all the cars going by. And nothing really seems to faze him. He's a little bit on the fast side. He needs to slow down a bit. If you say, slow or easy, he tends to slow down just for a quick second and then speeds up a little bit. So it's a little bit too fast for my liking, but we're working on it. I took Dawes. I was going to take him to the fairgrounds today to do a little bit of pulling work because the puppies have a tendency of still pulling, and I spent more time here on the farm getting him in and out of the car because he was just so reluctant to do so. He ended up doing great. It took us probably a half an hour of work, in and out, but it was just that initial getting him in the car that was the biggest struggle. But he'll get it. He'll be absolutely fine. He was jumping in and out even without a leash on, just staying right there with me. Tasha. So Tasha is just about ready to go. However, she does have an issue with big trucks and the sound of air brakes, etc. So I took her down 97, and it was just perfect timing because there was a big truck there, tractor-trailer truck, that was pulling a flatbed trailer, and it was right behind my car where I parked, and that meant Tasha had to walk by it, and they did have the motor going. He was just parked. I think he was just having lunch. So Tasha had to walk by it, and at first she just sat and was like, no, I'm not going. But with a little bit of coaxing, I was able to get her to walk by it, and then we did our long walk down 97 with all kinds of traffic going back and forth, and then we had to come back, and the truck was still there. So she walked by the trailer part fine. It wasn't until she got to the truck itself that she started getting pulley, was like, no, this isn't going to happen. So I was coaxing her, and wouldn't you know it, the truck, all of a sudden the air brakes go, and the truck started moving, and poor Tasha, she just about lost her mind. But she stayed there, and as soon as the truck was leaving, she was just walking on with me over to my car, and she was absolutely fine. So she needs a little bit more work over at the Bentley Warren, where we bring the dogs a lot of times and just walk them by trucks. They hear the loud banging of the tailgates of the trucks. They hear the brakes, the air brakes going off. They hear the horns. All the equipment rumbling. So we're going to be heading back over there soon. Another dog I took out today was Derby, which I took him to the fairgrounds to work on pulling because I had asked who was one of the worst dogs as far as leash work, and they said that Derby was one of them. So he went with me, and he did great. We just did a lot of little recalls, a lot of a long leash, and I just let him be a dog and just sniff around. And then when I called him and said, Derby with me, he would immediately stop what he was doing, turn, look at me, run back over to me, come along to the side of me, walked on a very loose leash, And then when I would just release him and okay, and I'd let him be a dog again, or walking around, sniffing, whatever, and just kept on playing that game with him of recalling him and praising, and he would get rewarded, and it went really well. So we did that probably for at least a half an hour, and by the time that we were done and back on the farm, he was walking perfectly on a leash, no pulling, and even if I did call his name, he would still look right up at me, and any distractions that was happening, which of course there's lots of distractions around here, he did fine. And the last dog that I took out so far today was Jenny. We went over to the co-op. She's such a little peanut. Of course, everybody loved her. Everyone, what a wonderful girl she is. However, Jenny's tail was tucked the entire time. We went up and down the food aisles and all the toys, and the co-op is just one of those types of feed stores where you get the chicken feed and the cow and whatever. But it also has a lot of just gizmos in there, whether it's horse care or dog care, chicken, anything like that. But they do have a whole section in it that has just for dogs and cats. So it has dog beds, it has coats, it has different types of food. So we went up and down there, and she saw a couple of these long, like Flemish rabbits that were stuffed, and she had to go over and sniff those. So there was a couple of times there that she would just relax. Other than that, she had that tail tucked in, which is odd because she's been in there many times. And that's it. That is it as far as what happened so far today with dogs that needed to go out. So we'll be working more and more. I'll be working with Karen also over at the fairgrounds on those puppies, and see if we can get them all walking nicely without pulling. And it'll take a little bit of time, but they're smart. They're very smart dogs, and they should be doing well. And Bianca has her vet appointment today, so let's just hope everything goes well with that. Abby, she's a good girl. Yeah. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.